Have you ever wondered what it would be like to wander through a land where thermal waters bubble beneath your feet, where ornate architecture tells stories of empires past, and where traditions blend seamlessly with modern European charm? Hungary is that hidden treasure chest of Europe. A place where Gothic spires pierce dramatic skies, healing waters have soothed travelers for millennia, and where the golden sunset over the Danube might just take your breath away. I'm Sarmad, and in this episode of Wild Discoveries, I'll be revealing Hungary's most spectacular destinations that will have you reaching for your passport before this video ends. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the end, where I'll unveil a breathtaking gem where heaven and earth seem to meet in perfect harmony. If you're as excited as I am about today's journey through the heart of Central Europe, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our Wild Discoveries community. And here's today's question for you. If you could only visit one place in Hungary, which would it be and why? Drop your answers in the comments below.
Want to start a YouTube automation channel and make money online? We're here to help. With years of experience in video marketing and content creation, we create high-quality videos in any niche: tech, gaming, war, and more. From a niche research and branding, to engaging scripts, human voiceovers, and copyright-free video editing, we handle it all. Plus, we optimize your videos with SEO-friendly titles, descriptions, tags, and eye-catching thumbnails. Don't wait to turn your YouTube dreams into reality. Let's get started today. Contact us on WhatsApp, visit our website, or DM us now.
Before we dive into Hungary's most mesmerizing locations, let me share some fascinating insights about this enchanting country. Did you know that Hungarians don't actually call their country Hungary? To locals, it's Magyarország, land of the Magyars. And they speak a language completely unrelated to their Slavic neighbors. Hungarian is part of the Finno-Ugric language family, making it more closely related to Finnish and Estonian than any other European languages. Hungary's relationship with water runs deeper than most nations. The country sits on one of Europe's largest reserves of thermal water. With over 1,500 thermal springs and more medicinal spas than any other European country. Bathing culture here dates back to Roman times and was later enhanced during the Ottoman occupation, creating a ritual that's now deeply embedded in Hungarian daily life. The story of Hungarian cuisine is equally fascinating. Paprika, the spice that gives Hungarian dishes their distinctive flavor and color, wasn't indigenous to the region, but was introduced by the Turks in the 16th century. It has since become so central to Hungarian cooking that the country produces some of the highest quality paprika in the world, with 8 different varieties ranging from sweet to fiery hot. As the morning mist lifts off the surface of Central Europe's largest lake, Lake Balaton reveals itself as a shimmering expanse of turquoise water, stretching as far as the eye can see. Known affectionately as the Hungarian Sea, this 50-mile-long freshwater paradise has been the summer playground for generations of Hungarians. The lake's northern shore is characterized by rolling hills blanketed with vineyards that produce exceptional white wines, while the southern shore offers shallow, warmer waters, perfect for families with children. What many visitors don't realize is that Lake Balaton was formed over 20,000 years ago as part of the ancient Pannonian Sea's gradual retreat. And its uniquely shallow depth, averaging just 10 feet throughout much of the lake, means its waters warm quickly in summer. Can you imagine yourself sipping local Olash Riesling wine on a sunset cruise, watching the hills turn golden as sailboats glide across the water's surface? The most remarkable fact about Balaton is its unusual light blue-green color, caused by tiny calcium carbonate particles suspended in the water. Reflecting sunlight in a way that creates a distinctive hue that changes with the weather and seasons. Standing on the chain bridge as dusk falls over Budapest, you find yourself suspended between two worlds, Buda and Pest. Once separate cities now united into one of Europe's most magnificent capitals. The Danube River flows majestically beneath you, reflecting the amber lights that begin to illuminate the skyline. On your left rises Castle Hill, where the Grand Buda Castle complex has witnessed nearly 8 centuries of history. To your right stretches Pest, where the Gothic revival splendor of the Hungarian Parliament building commands attention. Budapest's history is written not just in its buildings, but in its very foundations. The city sits atop a network of thermal springs that have given rise to a bathing culture dating back to Roman times. Evolved into today's palatial bathhouses like Széchenyi and Gellért. Would you begin your day watching sunrise from the panoramic Fisherman's Bastion, spend your afternoon in the healing thermal waters, or lose yourself in the atmospheric ruin bars of the Jewish Quarter? One of Budapest's most surprising secrets lies beneath your feet. The city harbors an extensive cave system formed by the same thermal waters that feed its famous baths. Perched on a peninsula that juts dramatically into Lake Balaton, Tihany feels like a world unto itself. A place where time moves more slowly and natural beauty stops you in your tracks. Crowning one of its volcanic hills stands the majestic Benedictine Abbey, founded in 1055, whose foundation document contains the oldest written words of the Hungarian language. Walking through Tihany's lavender-scented air in early summer, you'll discover a place that combines natural wonders with cultural heritage. The inner lake, a former volcanic crater, now serves as a protected nature reserve where rare bird species find sanctuary among the reeds. Nearby, ancient geyser cones formed millions of years ago create a landscape unlike anywhere else in Hungary. If you visited Tihany, would you choose to explore its ancient geological wonders, wander among the purple lavender fields, or sit in silent contemplation within the abbey's peaceful walls? Perhaps Tihany's most magical secret is the famous Tihany echo. A natural acoustic phenomenon once so distinct that it could repeat up to 15 syllables clearly. As you step into the sunlit square before St. Stephen's Basilica in Budapest, you find yourself facing one of Hungary's most sacred and architecturally impressive structures. Named after Hungary's first king and patron saint, this neoclassical masterpiece took over half a century to complete. Finally opening its doors in 1905. Rising exactly 96 meters high, the same height as the Hungarian Parliament building, the basilica symbolizes the balance between church and state in Hungarian society. Inside, the basilica's cavernous space is awash with gold, marble, and stunning mosaics. The centerpiece is something unexpected, the mummified right hand of King Stephen himself, preserved as a sacred relic since his death in 1038. Known as the Holy Right, this relic is kept in a gold reliquary and paraded through the streets of Budapest every August 20th on St. Stephen's Day. If you visited this sacred space, would you climb the 364 steps to the dome's observation deck for a panoramic view of Budapest? Attend an organ concert in the evening, or quietly contemplate the historical significance of Hungary's founding father? Dominating the skyline from its strategic perch atop Castle Hill, Buda Castle stands as the historical heart of Hungary's capital. A massive Baroque complex that has witnessed the rise and fall of empires. First completed in 1265, then rebuilt numerous times throughout its turbulent history. The castle you see today largely dates to the mid-18th century, when it was reconstructed following liberation from Ottoman rule. The castle complex now houses the Hungarian National Gallery and the Budapest History Museum, allowing visitors to journey through centuries of art and cultural heritage within its walls. The sprawling palace grounds reveal hidden treasures at every turn, from the Renaissance-influenced Matthias Fountain to medieval ruins uncovered during post-World War II reconstructions. What would captivate you most about Buda Castle, exploring its extensive underground labyrinth of caves and cellars, wandering through galleries showcasing Hungary's artistic legacy, or simply taking in the breathtaking panorama of Budapest from the terraces? Nestled in the western corner of Hungary lies a natural wonder that defies seasons and expectations. Lake Heves, Europe's largest thermal lake, and a healing sanctuary unlike any other in the world. Fed by a spring delivering 410 liters of thermal water per second, this biological marvel maintains a year-round temperature that never drops below 71 degrees Fahrenheit. Even in the depths of winter, when steam rises mystically from its surface while snowflakes fall onto floating water lilies. The lake's uniqueness goes beyond its size and temperature. It features a special ecological system where European white water lilies thrive alongside exotic blue Egyptian lotus flowers, creating floating gardens against the steaming turquoise waters. The lake's bottom is covered with a thick layer of medicinal mud that visitors collect and apply to their skin, continuing a wellness tradition that dates back to Roman times. If you had a day at Lake Heves, would you float among the water lilies in summer sunshine? Experience the surreal sensation of bathing outdoors, surrounded by snow in winter? Or indulge in the traditional mud treatments that have drawn health seekers here for centuries? Rising majestically along the Danube riverbank, the Hungarian Parliament building stands as one of the world's most beautiful legislative buildings and the undisputed symbol of Budapest. This neo-Gothic masterpiece, completed in 1904 after 17 years of construction, represents the fulfillment of a nation's dream of independence and democracy following centuries under foreign rule. The building stretches 268 meters in length, contains over 691 rooms, and was built using 40 million bricks and 500,000 decorative stones. Inside, the Parliament's splendor continues with grand staircases, 16 courtyards, and a central dome hall where Hungary's most sacred national treasure, the Holy Crown of St. Stephen, is kept. Stephen is displayed under perpetual guard, Dating back over 1,000 years, this crown represents the historical continuity of the Hungarian state. Having adorned the heads of more than 50 kings throughout the centuries. If you took a tour of this architectural wonder, would you be most fascinated by the historical crown jewels, the neo-Gothic architectural details, or the modern functioning of Hungary's democratic institutions housed within these historic walls? Hidden away in the Hungarian countryside lies a site that seems transplanted from a distant land, Boködi Floating Village, where dozens of wooden fishing houses stand on stilts above the mirrored surface of a lake, connected by a network of narrow wooden piers. Often referred to as Hungary's floating village, this unique settlement emerged around Lake Boködi, an artificial lake created to serve as a cooling pond for the nearby thermal power plant that keeps the water from freezing even in winter. Visiting at sunrise or sunset offers a magical experience as golden light reflects off the perfectly still water, creating an almost perfect mirror image of the cottages and surrounding landscape. Despite its growing fame among photographers and travelers seeking off-the-beaten-path destinations, Boködi remains a functioning fishing community rather than a tourist attraction, lending it an authentic atmosphere. If you spent a day at Boködi, would you choose to join the local fishermen in trying your luck for carp and pike? Photograph the mesmerizing reflections at different times of day? Or simply wander the network of piers, listening to the gentle lapping of water against wooden stilts? Perched dramatically atop a rocky outcrop in northern Hungary's Zemplén Mountains, Boldogko Castle emerges from the mist like something straight from a fairy tale. Built in the 13th century following the devastating Mongol invasion, this stone sentinel was strategically positioned to guard the important trade route passing through the valley below. Its name, which translates roughly to Happy Stone, belies its turbulent history as a fortress that changed hands countless times through sieges and battles. The castle's unique architecture follows the natural contours of the narrow ridge upon which it sits, creating an elongated structure that seems to grow organically from the rock itself. Walking along its stone ramparts provides breathtaking panoramic views of the surrounding countryside. The most distinctive feature is perhaps the Rock Bridge, a narrow stone walkway built along a natural rock formation that leads to a watchtower, requiring steady nerves to cross what feels like a path suspended in midair. If you visited this medieval stronghold, would you be most captivated by imagining life as a medieval defender along its narrow walls? Exploring the archaeological discoveries within the museum, or simply soaking in the spectacular views from what feels like the edge of the world? Strolling through Budapest's city park, you might suddenly feel as though you've been transported through both space and time, as the fantastic silhouette of Vajdahunyad Castle emerges before you. Unlike most castles that represent a single historical period, this architectural wonderland was built in 1896 for the Millennial Exhibition celebrating 1,000 years of Hungarian statehood. And deliberately designed as a composite showcasing the evolution of Hungarian architectural styles through the centuries. The castle's most striking section is a replica of Transylvania's Corvin Castle, lending the Budapest creation its name and its most distinctive Gothic features, including towers, bastions, and a drawbridge over an artificial lake. That becomes one of the city's most charming ice skating rinks in winter. Walking through the castle complex feels like a journey through Hungarian architectural history. From the replica of a 13th century Romanesque church to Renaissance loggias and Baroque facades. If you visited this architectural fantasy, would you most enjoy photographing its fairy tale exterior, exploring the agricultural museum within its walls, or trying to identify elements from different historical periods in its design? Standing in the vast expanse of Heroes Square, one of Europe's most impressive public spaces, you find yourself at the symbolic entrance to Budapest's city park and at the endpoint of elegant Andrassy Avenue. This monumental space, completed in 1900 as part of the Millennial celebrations, serves as Hungary's national pantheon under open skies. A place where the nation's most revered historical figures are immortalized in stone and bronze. Dominating the square is the 36-meter-high Millennium Monument. With the Archangel Gabriel perched atop a tall column, holding St. Stephen's crown and the Apostolic Cross. Arrayed in a sweeping colonnade behind the central column are statues of the 7 chieftains who led the Magyar tribes to the Carpathian Basin. In 896, including Arpad, considered the founder of the Hungarian nation. Heroes Square has witnessed countless historical moments, from jubilant celebrations to solemn state ceremonies and political demonstrations, making it not just an architectural landmark, but a living stage for Hungarian national As we conclude our journey through Hungary's most breathtaking destinations, I hope you've discovered that this Central European gem offers far more than many travelers ever realize. From the healing waters that bubble beneath Budapest to the sun-drenched vineyards surrounding Lake Balaton, from fairy tale castles perched on dramatic cliffs to vibrant cities where history and modernity dance together, Hungary rewards those who venture beyond the obvious. Whether you're drawn to architectural wonders, natural beauty, thermal healing, or simply connecting with a culture that has preserved its unique identity through centuries of challenges, Hungary welcomes you with warmth that matches its famous paprika. If you've enjoyed exploring Hungary with me today, please hit that like button and subscribe to Wild Discoveries with Sarmad for more adventures that take you beyond the guidebook. In our next episode, we'll be venturing into the fascinating world of Portugal's hidden treasures. And don't forget to answer today's question in the comments. If you could only visit one place in Hungary, which would it be and why? Until our next adventure, this is Sarmad, wishing you safe travels and unforgettable discoveries. Visont la Tasra, goodbye from wonderful Hungary.